To the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington.
Has served Martin Peyton for many years. And for many years, she hated his daughter, Catherine, the symbol to Hannah of the love Peyton could never give her. Catherine has been dead for 2 years. Now, tonight, in Hannah's mind, she is at long last buried.
I wasn't able to sleep. I thought I heard something downstairs, so I came down here and found that. I checked the rest of the house. I couldn't find anything, except for the front doorknob. That there were marks on it, as though somebody had gone after it with a hammer. It's that girl, Martin. It's Anne Colby. She knows Martin.
She knows what?
The truth. About herself and Stephen, and about Catherine. It's her way of telling us she knows and warning us. Well, aren't you going to say anything?
You did it, Anna. You took out all your hatred for Catherine, on a painting.
That's ridiculous.
You wanted that portrait destroyed. Now you've accomplished it.
No.
I know you, Hannah. I know all your little twists and turns. It's become an obsession with you. As obsessive as your desire to believe that Stephen is really your son.
You can believe I did it if you want to. It makes you feel more comfortable. It helps you to forget that girl is here.
Take it down. Put it in the basement. No one is to know what happened. Especially my grandson.
Martin, there's one other person who's capable of doing that. Do you know where Brian Colby is? No. No, of course you don't. And you don't want to admit that this could be his first move in a war of nerves. That it would be Brian Colby's way of announcing, I'm back, Martin Peyton. I am back for more.
He won't get it. Not another dollar. Tomorrow, in the morning, we're driving into Boston.
Why?
I'm going to make certain that my new will is in my hands tomorrow. I'll be armed.
Where will that leave Stephen?
Where he belongs. Outside.
morning.
Hi. I just noticed your mother's portrait.
Oh, yes, it's being cleaned.
Well, how do you know?
Because Mrs. Cord just told me about 5 minutes ago in the kitchen.
But,
But what?
well, it was just cleaned 3 months ago.
Oh, Grandfather Peyton probably found another speck on it. He's got a thing about that painting. He's gonna have it cleaned until it disappears for my money.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I don't like it. I don't think the artist captured my mother. At least not the way I knew her.
Well, it must have been painted before you were born.
Still, I don't like it. Is there anything wrong?
No, nothing's the matter.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, I'll see you around.
Bye.
Goodbye. Sister-in-law?
Okay, lover. What do you want?
A cup of coffee.
Nothing else?
Not this morning.
You want to eat something, Chris.
Mother, may I have a cup of coffee?
Stubborn crumb. Are you all right today?
Did you ever know me when I wasn't?
Ah, well, you know what I mean. So many things have been happening.
We'll survive.
Well, what are you going to do today?
Good coffee.
Come on.
Must I have some plan in mind every minute?
I've never known you when you didn't.
I'm going to the library.
Do they have, Braille stuff in this town?
I hired a reader yesterday,
Yeah, someone I know?
Allison McKenzie. How about warming up my coffee? You know, it's amazing how fast you clam up when all I do is mention a girl's name.
Why couldn't I read to you?
You've got a job.
You could get the books, bring them home, and I could read to you at night.
You'd quit after the first paragraph.
I would not.
Now, green lady, simmer down.
Well, it just makes me mad to see you do stupid things like this.
Stupid.
Plain dumb.
You're my brother's wife.
Chris, hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
How about a cup of coffee before we tackle the foundations of jurisprudence?
All right.
Sandy, cup of coffee for Allison.
She'll have to wait. We just ran out. I'm making a fresh pot now.
Oh, well, could I have tea then, please?
I'll see.
What's the matter with Sandy?
Common disease, jealousy, maternal jealousy.
Hi, Rod.
Hello, Sandy. Hi, Rod. Hi, Chris. Allison.
Hello?
Is Lee around?
Chris, I think we better be going.
If you like. Thanks, sister-in-law. Goodbye, Rod. Bye, Chris.
Oh, Lee hurt his hand yesterday. He had to stop by the hospital this morning. He told me to tell you. I was going to come by the garage, but I know how you hate me to do that. How about some coffee on the house?
Thank you.
How about that?
What?
Chris and your girlfriend.
Well, that's the way you see it, isn't it? A male and a female together. I mean, it couldn't be anything else, could it?
Well, she reads to him. You know, his school stuff. Little words, big words.
What's the matter with you, Sandy?
He didn't ask me. Hey, Rod, maybe you ought to spread your wings some, too.
Oh, you're beginning to sound like a broken record.
At least you're listening.
Oh, well, you're a little hard to turn off.
You bet. How was your moonlight sail last night?
Restful.
If you look back at shore, I was watching.
I didn't look, Sandy.
I was watching. You looked.
See you later.
Were you waiting for me?
No, I had to drop off a car for one of the doctors. I did want to ask you something.
Well, I have to go to work.
I guess what I wanted to ask you for is a favor for my brother, Chris.
If I can do something to help your brother, I will.
You can help by telling Stephen Cord to drop the investigation.
Why?
Why? Because it's upsetting my brother, that's why. It's making him nervous, that's why, and that's why I want you to drop it.
Listen, can't we talk about this another time?
Right now is fine.
I'm sorry if we've upset your brother. I didn't mean for that to happen.
You don't seem to understand, Miss Howard. I'm trying to be polite with you. My brother is practically a basket case because of you and your attorney forcing him to remember the accident.
Well, I'll talk to Mr. Cord.
Tell him to drop it.
Look, I'm going to be late for work.
What's your answer, Miss Howard? Are you going to drop this investigation or not?
We are only trying to find out what happened.
You know what happened. You pushed him and you know it. He's blind because of you and you know it. You're pushing him now. You're pushing him, but you're going to stop. Do you get me? Now, you call off your dog because if you don't, Miss Howard, I'm going to stop holding back and I'm going to push too.